Kai Rains was jarred awake by the sharp buzz of his comlink. Groaning, he reached for it on the nightstand, squinting at the flashing screen. Rey Voss calling. Kai sighed and answered. It's barely dawn, Rey. This better be good. Rey's voice crackled through the line, far too energetic for the hour. Rise and shine, buddy. I've got something you'll want to hear. Meet me at the old tram station in 30, and don't give me that I'm busy excuse. Kai rubbed his eyes. Can't it wait? Nah, this one's quick. Easy money. 1,000 credits, in and out. I swear. Just meet me. Kai hesitated. He knew the Symmetry Collective was counting on him for the upcoming operation, but Rey's jobs usually didn't take long, and they did need money. He sighed. Fine. 30 minutes. The comlink clicked off, leaving Kai staring at the ceiling. Easy money, he says. Sure. The old tram station in Sector 23 was as grimy as Kai remembered. Cracked tiles, flickering lights, and the distant rumble of forgotten machinery. Rey leaned casually against a rusted pillar, tossing a small energy cell between his hands. You're late, Rey teased. Kai shot him a flat look. You said 30 minutes. I'm on time. Now what's this about? Rey's grin widened. Simple job. We need to move an energy core to a clinic in Sector 19. They're paying 1,000 credits. Not much, but it's for a good cause. Plus, it's an easy run. Kai folded his arms. And what's the catch? Rey hesitated, then shrugged. Okay, small catch. We'll need to pass through Mara Quill's turf. But hey, we've done worse. Kai sighed. You mean like the time you got us stuck in that waste processing plant? That was one time. And hey, we learned a valuable lesson about industrial filtration systems. Yeah, and I couldn't get the smell out of my clothes for a week. The two had been running supply runs for months now, smuggling essential goods to the worker districts. It wasn't glamorous work, but the extra money always helps. Rey glanced at the bulky energy core strapped to a hover sled trailing behind them. Its faint blue glow pulsed rhythmically, giving off just enough energy to make them a target. You'd think for something worth this much trouble, they'd pay us more. Kai shrugged. It's not about the money. That clinic in Sector 19 needs this core to keep their life support running. It's worth it. Rey rolled his eyes. Yeah, noble cause and all that. Still, couldn't hurt if they threw in a bonus. Maybe a nice dinner or, hey, even a foot massage. Kai snorted. I'll make sure to suggest it next time. Come on, let's move. The longer we stay in these tunnels, the more likely we'll run into trouble. They pressed on, the narrow tunnels winding deeper into the city's underbelly. The silence was thick, broken only by the distant drip of water and the soft hum of the energy core. After an hour of careful navigation, Rey suddenly raised a hand, signaling Kai to stop. He crouched low, peering ahead. We've got company. Kai focused, his enhanced senses picking up faint vibrations. Footsteps, multiple, spread out, moving deliberately. Ambush, gang, maybe, not corporation secretary. Rey cursed under his breath. Mara Quill's crew. This is her turf. Before they could turn back, a figure stepped out from the shadows, followed by half a dozen others. Mara Quill herself, lean and sharp-eyed, with a jagged scar running down her cheek, smiled coldly. Well, if it isn't the famous Rey Voss and his silent partner, she purred. What's in the sled, boys? Looks expensive. Rey straightened up, forcing a grin. Oh, this? Just some junk for a scrap dealer. Nothing you'd be interested in. Mara's eyes flicked to the glowing core. Funny? My scanners say otherwise. I think we'll be taking that off your hands. Toll fee, you understand? Kai stepped forward, calm but firm. "We're just passing through. We don't want trouble." Mara smirked. "You're in the wrong tunnels if you want to avoid trouble. But—" She tilted her head, considering. "I'm feeling generous. Let's make it interesting. How about a race? Old maglev tracks. You win, you go free. You lose, we take the core and whatever else you've got." Rey's eyes lit up. "A race? Oh, you're on." Kai shot him a look. "Rey." Rey leaned in. "Come on, man. It's better than fighting. Besides, you know I'm the best driver in these tunnels." Kai sighed. "Fine, but you better win." Moments later, Rey and Mara were strapped into rusted-out maintenance skiffs, hovering inches above the old maglev rails. Kai stood by the sled, tension coiled in his muscles. Mara grinned, revving the skiff's engine. "Try to keep up, Voss." Rey smirked. "Ladies first." Just before the race was about to begin, Kai shifted uncomfortably. "I need to hit the bathroom. Don't wait up." "Seriously? Now?" Rey rolled his eyes. "Try not to get lost in there, buddy." Rey leaned in. "Come on, man. It's better than fighting. Besides, you know I'm the best driver in these tunnels." Kai sighed. "Fine, but you better win." Moments later, Rey and Mara were strapped into rusted-out maintenance skiffs, hovering inches above the old maglev rails. Kai stood by the sled, tension coiled in his muscles. Mara grinned, revving the skiff's engine. "Try to keep up, Voss." Rey smirked. "Ladies first." Just before the race was about to begin, Kai shifted uncomfortably. "I need to hit the bathroom. Don't wait up." "Seriously? Now?" Rey rolled his eyes. "Try not to get lost in there, buddy." Kai waved as he disappeared into a side tunnel, but the moment he was out of sight, he began moving with enhanced speed through the maintenance passages that paralleled the race course. His augmented senses mapped every detail ahead. Loose panels, weakened support beams, hidden drops and turns. The race began with a roar. The skiffs shot forward, sparks flying as they tore through the narrow tunnels. From his hidden vantage points in the maintenance shafts, Kai watched Rey's confident grin. His friend was in his element, hands dancing over the controls as the rusted machine responded to his touch. Mara proved to be as ruthless as her reputation suggested. Her skiff slammed against Rey's, trying to force him into the crumbling walls. Kai, moving silently through the tunnels above, used his enhanced strength to dislodge small pieces of debris ahead of Mara's skiff, forcing her to swerve away from Rey. The tunnel opened into a vast chamber filled with abandoned cargo containers. Mara's crew had rigged the entire space with traps, pneumatic rams ready to push containers into the racing lane, old maintenance cranes positioned to drop their loads. Moving faster than human eyes could track, Kai darted between the containers, jamming mechanisms and subtly sabotaging Mara's traps moments before they could trigger. "Is that all you've got, Mara?" Rey called out, completely unaware of why he was having such an easy time avoiding the hazards. "I could do this in my sleep." Mara's response was to activate her skiff's boosters, pulling ahead as they entered a section of collapsed tunnel. The space was barely wide enough for one skiff, with jagged metal protruding from all sides. Kai raced ahead, using his strength to bend the worst pieces out of Rey's path, then ducking into maintenance shafts before anyone could spot him. They burst into an old maintenance hub, where multiple tracks converged in a dizzying spiral. Mara took the high route, while Rey dove lower. Kai, calculating trajectories with his enhanced intelligence, quickly destabilized support structures along Mara's chosen path with precisely placed strikes, forcing her to slow down or risk a collapse. "Can't handle the lower levels?" Rey taunted as he pulled ahead, attributing his lead to his superior driving skills. The final stretch loomed ahead, a crumbling bridge over a seemingly bottomless pit of scrap. Mara gunned her engines, determined to overtake Rey. Kai spotted a narrow maintenance ramp to the side and, in a blur of motion, cleared it of debris and braced its supports, making it perfect for a jump. Rey's eyes lit up when he spotted the ramp. "Oh, this is going to be good." He veered off the main track, catching Mara by surprise. The skiff launched over the gap, and for a heart-stopping moment, it hung in the air. Thanks to Kai's preparations, the ramp held perfectly, allowing Rey to stick the landing and skid to a halt at the finish line. "Now that's how you drive," Rey crowed, pumping his fists in the air as Mara's skiff screeched to a stop behind him. "Did you see that jump? Pure skill." Several minutes later, Kai jogged up, looking appropriately sheepish. "Sorry about that. Got turned around in the tunnels. Missed the whole race. How'd it go?" "You should have seen it," Rey exclaimed, still buzzing with adrenaline. "Best racing I've ever done. Didn't hit a single trap, nailed every turn, and that jump at the end? Perfect." "Lucky shot," Mara spat, but there was a grudging respect in her eyes as she looked at Rey. "Luck had nothing to do with it," Rey said, grinning. "That's what happens when you grow up racing in these tunnels. Too bad you missed it, Kai. It was something else." "Yeah, too bad," Kai agreed quietly, hiding a knowing smile as he checked the hover sled's energy core for any damage. No one would ever know about the dozens of small interventions he'd made throughout the race. Each one invisible, each one crucial. And that's exactly how he preferred it. Rey clapped him on the shoulder. "Next time, try not to get lost in the bathroom, yeah? Wouldn't want you to miss another masterclass in driving." "I'll do my best," Kai promised, knowing that sometimes the best help was the kind that went completely unnoticed. Kai and Rey hauled the energy core back onto the sled and continued their journey. After hours, they finally delivered the core to the hidden clinic. The grateful staff handed them a slim credit chip.
Rey checked it. 1,000 credits, just like they promised. Barely enough for a decent meal. Kai smiled faintly. "It's enough." Rey sighed but grinned. "All right, hero. Next time, let's find a job that pays in something other than gratitude." Kai chuckled. "Hey, you're the one that found this deal?" As Rey chatted about future smuggling runs, Kai's thoughts drifted to the Symmetry Collective and the weight of the mission that still lay ahead.